It's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is a journal with me session in my regular sized traveler's notebook. I'm using the brown Starbucks Reserve Edition. It is a limited edition collaboration notebook cover with Traveler's Factory and Starbucks. I think there are several requests to do a comparison video with the different covers, so I plan to do that in the future. But anyways, let's get started. I decided to journal about some of my Happy Mail items that I've been receiving. I've been hoarding them, or I've been keeping them anyways, because I really do want to stick them in my journal and then journal about it. So I tend to keep little pieces, bits and pieces from Happy Mail, just so that I can stick them in my traveler's notebook and write about it later. This is just some packaging from some Happy Mail from Shelly. If you have missed the unboxing of the stationery bento box, I will post the link down below. But there was a beautiful cloth, and this piece that I'm using right now, these little craft bits, are the packaging from that tea towel. I like to use my stapler often for my junk journal. I just feel like it's a lot easier to stick in bulkier things. So like this craft piece of paper, I mean, you saw me just use a glue stick there to stick it in, but I also like to add different textures and different I guess you can say different textures and different ways of adhering things. So that's why I like to use the stapler from time to time. I just applied some washi tape at the top of that tea towel thing, tea towel label, so that I can flip it upwards. And this piece, this Portland paper, is from a sweet friend. We exchange letters from time to time. I'm so bad at exchanging letters because it takes me forever to reply, but she's always so kind and patient. Portland is someplace I really, really want to visit one day. I've heard so many great things about Portland, and I hope to visit there one day. I would also love to visit Colorado and numerous amount of cities in Europe. My hope is to do that maybe in the next couple of years. I hope to be able to visit at least maybe one city in Europe. That would be so wonderful. I grabbed some of that thick washi tape from MT. I really, really like the thick washi tape because you can just cut it down to size, or you can rip it into smaller pieces and use them that way. Here, once again, I'm using my stapler just to staple the card, and I decided to use that as kind of like a tuck spot. And this is the letter that was included in from my pen pal. You'll notice my daughter, she's there beside me, and you'll notice her hand popping in and out once in a while. But this is the letter that was part of from my pen pal, and I decided to just stick it in there as well. Next, I have this absolutely stunning collaged envelope that I had to stick in my journal. It is so pretty, I couldn't just keep it stashed away. So I decided to glue the whole thing in there, just acting as a pocket, and it has her lovely letter in there as well, and just using that remaining washi tape that I ripped from earlier, and I just stuck that on the bottom there just for reinforcement. And there are more letters that I wanted to include in my traveler's notebook, so I just end up sticking it to the page with a golden paper clip. I found that this part was a little loose. I'm not sure if I end up videotaping it because the camera does get cut off, but I end up using some washi tape to reinforce the letters that I included in there. These little flaps of paper, you can see I ripped out the pages because the traveler's notebook insert was getting bulky, so I end up just gluing those little flaps down to the page, and so it kind of is like a half-done collaged paper. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to change things up a bit here. This is pretty self-explanatory, the remaining of the video. You'll just see me adding Happy Mail bits, things from packaging, and letters and things like that. I end up sticking in my traveler's notebook. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I feel like it's gonna just be redundant, me explaining about, adding washi tape here and gluing this in and this and that. So I thought I would just kind of chat a bit. There are some new subscribers, so I thought I would kind of introduce myself. Hello, my name is Mitz. I am in my mid-ish 30s. I have 2 young kids and I am currently residing in Japan. I'm originally from Canada, Toronto, Canada. I've been there my whole life, and when I got married and my husband found a job in Japan, we ended up picking everything up and moving to Japan. So I'm not located in Tokyo, but I am like a train ride away from Tokyo. So it's not too far off, but unfortunately I'm not in Tokyo where all the good stuff is, where all the lights and action happen, but it's not that far that I cannot make a trip, like a day trip to Tokyo. I am working. My kids are in daycare, thankfully. Unfortunately, we will have to move again at the end of this year, or if probably within the next couple months, we will have to move again. Hopefully, though, this time in Tokyo, and hopefully we will be living in Tokyo. It's due to my husband's work. We've been kind of moving here and there. But yes, so my kids are in daycare, and I work curating stationery goods. I have this stationery subscription box called the Stationery Selection, and I do this every month. I ship out stationery goods directly from Japan, and we ship worldwide, and that business keeps me very, very busy, and I'm so thankful for that because I absolutely love stationery. I get a question often is, was I ever into stationery before moving to Japan? And the answer is no. I actually got really into stationery after moving to Japan because I found out about the Traveler's Notebook and Hobonichi Techo, and I was mainly into Filofax and like the planning system, like the ring planners, and I actually gifted a Traveler's Notebook to somebody else before I had my own. And then she was telling me about it and how much she was enjoying it, so I decided to take the plunge, and then it's just all downhill from there. I'm just absolutely in love with Traveler's Notebooks and stationery and notebooks and journals and everything like that. It's just, I absolutely love it. That's the only thing I really spend money on. I don't spend money on clothes or makeup or anything like that. And it's just, I'm just so thankful and so, I don't know what the word is. I'm just very thankful that I'm here in Japan where all this really, really nice quality stuff is. I don't know, I guess I was not really into stationery when I was back home. I didn't find, maybe the reason why is because I didn't really find nice things. I mean, now with all the bullet journaling craze and the junk journaling craze, I think places like Michael's and some of those craft shops are kind of on trend with the various products, but back when I was living in Canada, I didn't see anything like that. So, I mean, maybe my eyes weren't really looking for them, but yes, I really got into stationery and things like that once moving to Japan, because Japan has so many wonderful things. You'll notice if any of you end up coming to Tokyo for a trip, it's just like overload almost, actually, because there's just so many things that you want to buy and so many things that are wonderful. And but anyway, so I'm very, very thankful that I am here, located in Japan and close enough to Tokyo. What else about me? I love coffee and tea. I think more coffee than tea right now. I know my husband doesn't understand me, but coffee for me, I really enjoy it hot, even on a hot summer's day. He doesn't understand when I drink hot coffee in the morning. And I mean, I enjoy the Japanese iced coffee. I enjoy the 7-Eleven one, especially the freshly brewed iced coffee. It's very delicious. But yes, I am a coffee person. I love to eat, and I love the desserts and breads in Japan. They're very, very delicious. They're not too sweet. I mean, there are some desserts, of course, that are that are tons of sugar and everything, but I do enjoy the baked goods in Japan. So I see that the video is winding down. These are the pages that I just kind of stuck together in my Traveler's Notebook. I house my Happy Mail and ephemera and packaging bits in my traveler's notebook, and I'm absolutely loving it. And then here is where the video cuts off. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any specific questions that you would like to ask, please list them down below and I will get to them soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.